Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Rachel with Dark Knight Coaching. Today's message is going to be for July 21st. However, whenever you stumble upon this video, there's probably something here for you. This is still a timeless message, but this energy in particular is focusing on the full moon in Capricorn that we're having again. So we just had a full moon in Capricorn in June, and now we're having another one in July. So this has been a very heavy cycle. I think there's been a lot of things that we've been learning collectively and things that we've been shifting out of and going into this new sort of transitional period of time because, you know, we're leaving the age of Pisces, we're going into the age of Aquarius, and that causes a lot of upheaval. It causes a lot of change, and sometimes we're not all prepared for the shift and the changing of energy that has to occur in order for the planet, the earth, to vibrate higher, to raise the collective consciousness, and that's what's happening at this time. So if you're here watching this video, thanks for being here. You've been probably guided by your spirit guides or angels, if you believe in that stuff, to watch this. But if you're watching this, you probably do believe in that stuff. So welcome to my channel. Again, this is just a general message, so make sure that if something doesn't resonate, leave it behind, but chances are there's probably something here for you. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. This is kind of like a mixed moon message and a general collective message, just because the general reading, I usually do general readings on Sundays, and it happened to fall on the same day as the full moon in Capricorn. So it's kind of a double whammy. So the first wisdom oracle card I pulled for you was about the full moon in Libra. So it says a win-win outcome is forecast, and at the bottom of the deck it says full moon in Libra, but we're in full moon in Capricorn. So I kind of disregard those things, but usually when a message pops up like this from my moon oracle deck, I just assume that you're probably dealing with a Libra, or you have a lot of Libra in your chart, and Spirit kind of wants you to tap into that. So I do feel like there is some karmic balance coming into play, because not only is there Libra here, I did get from my wisdom oracle deck, I got the round and round, and this is about cycles. This is about being trapped in some sort of loop. I do feel like it's possibly the ending of some karmic cycle for a lot of us, just because I feel like we're closing out a lot of chapters here, and we're really leaning into our independence, our spiritual accessing. And I feel like for a majority of you watching this, you're really leaning into your feminine energy, because I did get a ton of feminine energy in the tarot cards and in the archetype cards and stuff that I pulled for you as well. So if you've been having some sort of legal situation, especially with the Libra, that's like, you know, the scales of balance of justice are here. So that could be your win-win outcome forecast. It's saying, like, you know, justice, karma, the universal laws are on your side here. So if you've been giving good karma out, you're going to receive that inevitably. Like it's all cyclical. It's all round and round. So you kind of, it may not be timed to exactly when you want it, but I do feel like there is divine timing here, because in the chakra card you have impatience, and I think this is Spirit just saying, like, hey, hold on, like, it's coming. Whatever you're wanting, whatever you're wishing, whatever you're hoping for, it is going to happen. It's coming to fruition. It's just you need a little bit of patience, because it's going to be divine timing. And this chakra card is symbolized on the outside by the blue color, which is tied to your throat chakra, which is all about purity. It's all about speaking your truth. It's all about making sure you're sending out the positive vibrations. So if you've been waiting for something to happen, I do see it is happening. It's just divinely timed. For some of you, it might be in Libra season. Not for all of you, but I do feel like there is some swift energy happening too, because for my third eye intuition deck, Spirit says act. That's the advice here. So it says intuition isn't just for special or momentous moments. Tap into your intuition every day and lead yourself forward with every moment. It says pay mind to what you see and what you hear. And interestingly enough, I had a dream last night. It was it was kind of a wild bird boxy type dream, but this, I think it's relevant for your reading. So it was hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. So make sure you're paying attention to what you're putting out there. And again, the throat chakra, that ties to your speaking your truth. So that's very vital at this time, that you're paying attention to what you're putting out and what you're receiving. and surrounding yourself with. Now, with my archetypes cards, I did pull, this one came out first. It was the 1. So again, I do feel like this could be tied to your connection with spirit, the sense of oneness there. It's number 30 with the triple X's though. So triple X might mean something to you. Hopefully that's not, hopefully that's PG, but it might be relevant for some of you. But the 1 might be tied to a love interest, or maybe you're just putting yourself first here and you're realizing you are the one you need to fall in love with first before you can fall in love with anyone else. Because if you're not filling your own cup and you're pouring into other people, you're going to end up with a half empty cup. And it's important that you love yourself first and learn how to do that, so then you can attract the proper relationships, basically. So I feel like a lot of you might be single. And energy is fluid. So this message, even though this says maiden energy, we all have male energy, we all have female energy. So if you're single, if you're getting out there, you're trying to put yourself out there again, I do see that you're putting yourself first, because you have the maiden energy, which is the maiden is tied to the Trinity. It's also tied to the triquetra. If you know what a triquetra is, it's like a Celtic symbol of infinity. And there's also something called a triskelon, and that is tied to an Egyptian symbol of life, death, and rebirth as well. So there's the maiden, the mother, and the crone, which are tied to the lunar cycles in a way, because the moon is tied to emotions. So it's almost like different phases of the moon is what is kind of how I view this, because the moon is also tied to your emotions. So the moon is like feminine, the sun is masculine. So this is really tapping into your feminine side, and a lot of you are maybe feeling like you're this free maiden again. Maybe you are just kind of getting out there for the first time and putting yourself out there. So you're in this maiden energy, which is like starting over. It's like a brand new phase for you. And again, I think this is all tied to the lunar cycle for you, because this Capricorn thing with the Capricorn that had a full moon in June on the 21st, and now it has a full moon in July on the 21st. I do feel like there's been some closure. There's been some endings there for you, some major endings. And what just went into retrograde? Saturn went into retrograde, I think, on June 29th. So you'll have to check my dates on that if you really want to get specific. I'm like I'm not a great astrologer. I'll never claim to be. I can remember a lot of things, but that stuff, there's too many things I can't remember that. So Saturn retrograde, I think, was June 29th, and that is basically all about this karma balance too, because this is the shift. This is the shifting from this like cyclical stuck place into this like victory win-win forecast, because you have good karma, you've put good karma out there, it's all going to come into play. It's going to take the course of the next 5 months, because that's how long Saturn is in retrograde for. I think it's like November 15th ish, and it's going to be karma playing out for the last year, essentially. So if people did you dirty last year, if they talked bad about you, if they talked about you behind your back, they're gonna get for the most part what they deserve. Now, if someone doesn't, sometimes our souls or people or situations in life can delay karma, so they may not get their karma in this lifetime. It may be something that completes in a different lifetime, if you believe in past lives or future lives, which I do. So we don't always get to see karma. You don't get to sit back and eat popcorn and watch it play out for someone else a lot of the time, but sometimes we do get to witness it. And it's usually when you're witnessing someone experiencing their karma, I don't want to tell you how to feel, but it shouldn't put a good taste in your mouth, because it's like, that feeling, what that felt like for you when you had to go through it, and now someone is getting their just desserts, even though it's maybe justified or validated or whatever. It's also kind of a bittersweet feeling, because it's hopefully you're a type of person that doesn't really want to wish ill on anyone, but at some point, they have to get what they have put out there. It's just the law of the universe. So just keep that in mind, and just be a little bit humble, or have some humility at this time if you can. I know sometimes it's hard, because you're like, yeah, how do you like them apples? Or, you finally get a taste of your own medicine. I think we all have that little petty streak inside of us. I mean, I'm human, I do, but I try to just keep it pretty chill, because that's also bad juju, bad vibes. I don't want to put out that negative energy and then get re-humbled all over again. That's not really the goal for me anyways. Hopefully that's not the goal for you, but you do you. Who am I to judge? So anyways, the next card I have for you is from my Power of Love deck. This one is all about peacefulness, which is kind of synchronistic of what I just talked about, because it's like keeping the peace. So it's like, and I'm not saying keep quiet, I'm saying keep your own inner peace. So it says, you recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. So just remember, you can't really see that. There we go. Just remember, you put out positive energy, you're going to get that back. It's not always tenfold, but it is in some way, shape, or form. So just remember that you are kindness, you are loving awareness. It doesn't mean you need to be stomped all over, but people shouldn't take advantage of that. Now, for some of you, you're definitely the firstborn in your family because the unicorn came out, or for some of you, you're looking to expand your relationship, or maybe you're a unicorn. I don't know. I don't judge it. So it says, see the elegant magic of your individuality. So a lot of you have been dealing with trauma bonds of being like the firstborn child. So the firstborn child usually has a lot of, at least in my generation, they have a lot of duties that are pushed onto them, where they basically take over this motherly type role where they have to care for their siblings, and then their needs are pushed aside. That can create a lot of mother wounds, father wounds, just childhood trauma wounds generally, where you've had to act in a way that wasn't fulfilling to your childlike soul. So you basically kind of skipped childhood in a lot of ways because you had to fulfill a role that someone else wasn't stepping up enough to play in, you know what I mean? Like the maternal role or even the paternal role, either one, because again, energy is fluid. So if you've been this unicorn, I do feel like you're doing some healing. I do feel like there's some progress that's being made. I do feel like for a lot of you, not only are you in this maiden feminine energy, but you're also very much so in your masculine energy because of the tarot, which I'm going to dive into that right now. So in your past here, you have the Four of Cups. This is all about apathy, not being super happy with what's the offers of love that you've been given. This is could be unhappiness or unfulfillment when it comes to a job or a family or friendship situation. Just overall, kind of just like I'm not thrilled by this. But your present energy is shifting. It's the Queen of Swords, which is all about truth. This is about speaking your truth. And I feel like that's also tied here with the blue chakra, the throat chakra card about impatience. So it's like maybe you feel like you should speak up, you should say something. And I do feel like there's a divinely guided time frame to do so. And I think that's going to play out again over the course of the next couple months. So if something's not happening as fast as you'd like, I just, I really recommend breathing, meditating, trying to focus on, maybe even journaling. That might be a helpful way to just get out whatever it is you have to say if you're very impatient, and then you can just hold on to the letter, you can hold on to the note, you can hold on to whatever, or you can burn it. A lot of people, when they write whatever they want to express, they will burn it if they don't want to send it to somebody. So that could be an option for you. But the Queen of Swords is all about speaking the truth, telling stuff kind of how it is, but also being calm, cool, and collected, because her hand is out here. So she's also okay, come talk to me, but I'm gonna slice you down with my sword of morality. It's not superiority, but it's morality. So make sure you're leading with love, but also be true to yourself, basically here. Now, in your future, you do have the Ten of Swords. This is a heavy energy, I'm not gonna lie. It's very burdensome in ways. This is stick a fork in me, I'm done. So whatever cycle, whatever round and round thing you've been going on and on about, I do feel like it's closing. Again, I feel like this is tied to the Capricorn full moons. It's this weird 2 Capricorn moon thing we had, I just feel like has shifted shifted a mindset that didn't serve you, shifted a lifestyle that wasn't serving you. It really like made you dive deep into this like inner feminine energy with the maiden, and I feel like it gave you clarity and made you see like you are the one you have to love first before you can love someone else. So whatever cycle or pattern you were stuck in before, hopefully you're starting to realize now that it's probably brought to you by childhood traumas, mother wounds, father wounds, and you've had to do some shadow work. And if you haven't done the shadow work, I do feel like you're going to be diving in, to do that. It is going to take time. Shadow work, takes quite a while to unfold, essentially. That's what it is. Because we sometimes subconsciously we bury things that we didn't even know were buried, or we forget about them because we've compartmentalized them and buried them, but it comes out in other ways and other forms. So sometimes your chakras will be blocked if you have buried trauma deep inside, and then you'll have a lot of closed chakras, which leads to a lot of health issues. So if you didn't know, and if you don't know what chakras are, make sure you check out my chakra video, because I have it like broken down pretty basic to tell you what they are and to help you clear them and unblock them and open them to that they're functioning in a normal way. So that's your future, but your subconscious mind is all about business right here. So the Queen of Wands, fiery, passionate, independent. Some of you might have a cat. Some of you might be really into plants or botany or herbology or whatever it is. Holistic type things, which is cool. I could talk about holistic stuff all day. I'll probably make a video here shortly about holistic plant medicine, because I love holistic remedies and I love fungal remedies and all those sorts of things. So make sure you check that out. I guess that's a good time to do the plug. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It helps my channel grow. I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, please feel free to reach out to me. We can book a session and I can help guide you on your path and pull cards for your energy and see where it is you need to work on and move forward with. But the Queen of Wands, she's all about independence, passionate, fiery, romantic. This is maybe what your subconscious is wanting or craving. Maybe you subconsciously have had to step into more of a male feminine role, which I know that sounds contradictory, but it's basically like she gets stuff done. Like she's the one who's like creative and passionate and leading the way with her wand. So I do feel like you're taking that role right now, even though maybe you're single. You're kind of taking a lot of responsibility and accountability for yourself, which is allowing you to grow and evolve and move forward. But yeah, that's what I have for you, collective. Hopefully this reading helped. If it did, again, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow and I appreciate it. And I will see you next week.